Okay, hey guys, I got a special treat here for you today. This is my good buddy. Met for the first time today, but we know each other from the Online Mentoring Academy. This is my buddy Ed Zahner. And Ed's with us today with a good young man, Jeremy, who is one of the young men he gets to mentor here. So guys, thanks for taking 5 minutes of your time. What I wanted to ask was a couple questions. We've talked to a couple people here at Life Network. Ed, you went through the Online Mentoring Academy trying to seek out God's will for what it would be like to work with men. I'm going to ask you a question in a minute because I really want to, in a good way, put the spotlight on Jeremy. Jeremy, what brought you in here, man? What got your attention to come to this place?
Basically, it's just like as a kid growing up, I didn't really have a father really, and so then therefore I just feel that I want to be the best dad I can be, and I want to know all the ins and outs of it. So
Gotcha.
And that's what brought me in here.
So how long ago did you become a dad?
Actually, I have my kid coming now. Actually. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
On the way now.
Online. So what's the due date?
She's due March 20th.
Gotcha.
4 days after my 25th birthday.
So what got your attention that says, you know what, maybe I didn't have a good past with my father or other things. What got your attention? What was that thing that pushed you over the top of the hill to say, I need to do this?
I think it's just God in my life. I think it's just God.
He really got a hold of you.
Yeah.
What's it meant to have a guy like Ed come alongside you?
Ed is a wonderful guy. He's a wonderful mentor. His advice is great for me, and I think he's a wonderful guy.
What about this? What about a guy your age, suffering from a similar background? Tell me a little bit about your background with your dad. There, not there. What was it like?
He was actually sometimes there, but like he wasn't always there. It was like in and out basically. And so we just never really just bonded really.
Right.
And we just really never clicked really. And
you never melded together as one.
No.
How many guys your age have that similar background?
I think it's a lot of guys my age.
Maybe with the crowd that you run with, of all the guys you know.
It was basically all of us, basically.
Really?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And so, what does this free you up from? What does this set you free from, man?
As far as
being mentored to learn how to be a dad, to be a protector and provider. What does this do?
For me, it's gonna make me a better man. First off, it's gonna make me stronger with God, and I think it's gonna make me a great father. Something I always, I want to actually be in my life.
So you've got the natural relationship with your soon-to-be child,
yes.
And you're going to do well on an earthly pattern. Okay, talk to me about what it's done in the heavenly realms with you and Abba Father. What's it doing with you and Big Daddy?
Well, sometimes I just can't even just really tell it. It's just a feeling where, I don't know, it's just like a spiritual thing, and it really touches me though. It's really something it's just natural feeling. It just touches me, knowing that I'm gonna be a father one day, and like I said, it's just something that I just always I want to be, and it's coming, and it's kind of strange, but but it's happening though. At the same time,
What about guys you know? What would you say to a guy who's in your situation? If you had a chance to sit down with a brother or friend, what would you say to that guy?
As far as having a kid?
Having a kid, number one, but number two, finding somebody like Ed or Life Network to come alongside you. Most guys, I'm sure, want to wrestle with this on their own.
Yeah.
Pull up myself by my own bootstraps kind of thing, man it up and just charge through like a ram through a brick wall. You know those guys, man.
Yeah.
Now you've been on the other side of the fence where someone's come alongside you to disciple you.
Right.
What can you speak into that guy's life right now?
I would basically tell them that having a mentor, like, to me, like, for me, it's been very helpful. You know, somebody I can just come in and talk to, you know, about my problems, you know, anything, you know, that's, you know, happening in my life. Like, it's been very, very helpful for me. And, you know, I would tell them, you know, go for it, do it, because, you know, it can be helpful, you know.
Did it reroute some of the ways you were treating life? Anger, depression, frustration. Did it kind of divert that path at all for you?
Yes, actually, yes, it did. Cause like as far as a guy to actually just you know call and actually talk to, like I don't actually have that, you know. So for me, Ed is that guy. You know, I can just come in and talk to, you know.
And so, what would have happened if you didn't have that? How would you have taken that out, man? With your girlfriend or whoever, how would that have come out?
Truthfully, it could probably be a totally different story right now. You know, it could be an abortion maybe. You know, so like I said, Ed, you know, Ed's been very, very helpful to me.
How about you, brother? What's this? You had this calling.
Yeah.
You got the training. What's this process doing to you?
Well, it's very good. It's challenging and it's growing. Jeremy here is one of the encouraging experiences in this because Jeremy came in the door with a sense for he didn't have anything figured out and wasn't necessarily on a particular path, but he was kind of set on doing the right thing, whatever that was going to be. And in his case, he was set on, well, I'm keeping this baby. I'm figuring out what's the right thing to do to be the dad for this baby. Didn't know what that meant for his relationship with his girlfriend or anything yet, but he wanted to know, and he wanted to work it out. We get some guys in here, and we see them once, and you say, I don't think I'm going to see this guy again. And maybe you don't, and that's pretty discouraging. You can't always get guys that are willing to pay attention and want to get on target with this thing like Jeremy did. So it's tough sometimes, but you get guys like Jeremy, and it's worth it.
So the expense and the payoff, we shouldn't be looking at it that every time we approach someone that we're going to have a victory.
Yeah, no,
There are going to be way more losses
Yeah.
than there are victories, but the victories are sweet,
Oh, yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you get to see a guy's life transformed before your very eyes.
Yeah.
Ed, what does that do for you in your spiritual walk with Christ? When you see someone transformed in front of you, what does it do for you and your witness?
Well, it's good for witness, and it's a spiritual growth thing from the standpoint that I can see I didn't do this. You know, this was God's leading for Jeremy, and for me in my role here. But I couldn't make this happen, and his hand on Jeremy said in his case is a perfect example. It was kind of awkward. It was kind of strange. It was strange, but he sort of had a sense of the right thing to do. That's God's leading, and you see that happening to people, and you know God's in this. We're doing the right thing. We have to persist. We have to keep at it because it's the right thing to do, and God is with us.
Are you able to fall back on that when the times are tough spiritually? Are you able to fall back on stuff like this and look and see God's blessing when sometimes we think, where's God? This really stinks right now, maybe in our own personal lives.
Oh, absolutely. I have enlarged our family recently. We have 3 adopted kids, 2 of them are teenagers, from Ethiopia, and there are challenges. And you meet those challenges not personally, not with what I know or what I have, but saying, it's time, God has got to be in this because we can't do it anymore. It's past us. We need help. God, where are you? Call on God and bring him in. And he's always there, and it makes a big difference. And this is a precedent for that in my own family.
Amen. Jeremy, what's your girlfriend's first name?
Shaquan.
Tell me something. Now, this is not bragging on you.
Right.
This is the process that's going on between you, Ed, and God.
Right.
What is this doing for her?
For her, it's like really, like she's at ease really because she know that, you know, like I'm also in it, you know, for her and the kid, and so, and for her, like it just, you know, makes it easier, you know, for her because knowing that I will always be there for her, you know, and that's what, you know, I'm gonna do, no matter what.
So she's at peace.
Yes.
She has security.
Yes.
Was there any question of that in the beginning where she didn't feel secure, and by you stepping up, you saw a change in her in any way?
No.
Or were you like right from the beginning, I'm there?
Right from the start, yeah. Like I basically told her, you know, that no matter what happens, you know, I will always be there for her. And now, you know, a kid's here now, and so that just makes it stronger.
Yeah, but let me say something.
Hold on. All right.
When we, on I think our first meeting, I pointed out that the fact that you're in here says a lot to Shaquan. And at that point, they didn't know where their relationship was going to go. He didn't know that it wouldn't be, that they were just going to figure out how to best be parents for this, for the baby, but they didn't know if they'd be together. But the fact that you go as far as coming to Life Network and go into these things means an awful lot to Shaquan, because it makes a huge statement about that you are really here to stay. Big question in her mind, he's in the Army, he's not always going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But doing this is a big vote for the baby on his part, and I think she got that. And now, I'm proud to say, they're looking for rings.
Yeah.
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 So it's come a long way since that first day.
So there's so you can invite us out. Can we come out?
Oh, sure.
I got 9 kids. You can have a big enough cake to feed my 9
Oh,
kids.
sure.
Well, man, that is Jeremy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You've taken a step in the right direction.
Right.
If there's a guy out there today who sees this, I think he's going to look and realize your background and his background are similar.
Right.
That there is help for him in a man like Ed.
Right.
There's not going to be a gazillion Eds around the earth, but there are men willing to step up to the challenge and heed God's call. And look what it's done for you.
Right.
Look what it's done for her. Look what it's going to do for a child. Do you know if you're having a boy or girl?
We're having a girl.
Cool. Got names?
We're gonna name her Bailey
Wow. Where'd that come from?
after my father. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we're gonna name after him.
Is your dad still around?
No, no. Actually, he actually raised me. You know, my father really
Right.
is actually what I actually called him, because he was actually there for me, but my real dad wasn't there for me.
Gotcha.
And
So to honor the man who raised you,
Yeah,
does
I'm
he
gonna
know
name
that
after-
yet?
I think he does. Yeah. He's here with me. He knows.
Cool.
He knows.
What a tribute.
Yeah. All right,
Brother,
thanks, man.
it was a good discussion. Ed, what a blessing. I am so glad we're
you, you
yoked in
too.
this labor together.
Yeah.
All right, man?
Yeah.